there are the physical eyes, but what interests me is that, for example, if one has an out-of-the-body experience, one floats around, one sees things, but one's not actually seeing anything through one's physical eyes. So it's as though there's a different level of body embodiment, a different level of eye, a different sort of light with which one is exploring the world. So are you making this remark just in the context of physical?
In every context I'm saying, suppose it's true that somebody slipped out of their body and floated around. I can show you some examples which are stark, unbelievably stark, which will be shocking for most people. Leaving that, let's say somebody here slipped out, this is a good candidate.
Yeah.
She slipped out of her body and went around. But to see physical light, you need these eyes. I can't see physical light with my hands. You need these two eyes to see physical light. Because this whole problem of light, this has come because what is metaphorical is being taken literally by a whole lot of people. I think it's Patanjali who made the mistake, maybe even before him somebody must have, where he said, if you bring yourself, distance yourself from your psychological and physiological process, a new light will arise within you. When he says light, he's not talking about this physical light which is travelling at 186,000 miles per second. He's talking about a new clarity has come. You see things totally differently because things are crystal clear to you. But to see this light, you need these two. Without these two, you don't see this light.
Right, but this lady, she is…
Not this one, that
she
one.
Is using…
that
oh,
one.
sorry, I got the wrong lady. But is it true to say she is using a different sort of eyes and a different sort of light?
We cannot call it eyes, because when somebody is beyond the body, they're not seeing a damn thing. But that does not mean there is no experience. Experience is coming because of inclinations, inherent inclinations which we call as karmic vasanas. That means because you have a certain volume of information, even in your subtlest form, you have a certain volume of information. Information, if there is no intent, it creates an inclination. Suppose you sit here, you have no intent as to what you should do right now. Now you go by your inclinations. Some people will pluck the flower like this, some people will drink something, some people will smoke something, some people will simply sit here and dream something. This is an inclination. If you don't have an intent, naturally your memory creates an inclination. We call this inclination as vasana. Vasana means… literally means smell. Why we calling it vasana is because in the animal world, it is the smell which plays a big role. Even in human life, smell plays a massive role, but people are not noticing it simply because of their cerebral activity. A whole lot of research has gone into it now, various types of research. People are saying, these scientists saying, okay, they are saying you might have chosen a husband or a wife or a partner in your life because of an unconscious sense of smell you have about that person. Smelly people, I'm sorry.
I'm interested in the phenomena of levitation, for example, and there's the famous case of Saint Teresa of Avila who would levitate. Now, that in itself would not be a mystical experience because a psychical researcher would say, oh, she's levitating, we must measure how high she goes and how far she moves. And so I accept that is not a mystical phenomenon itself. But Saint Teresa herself was having a mystical experience. So for her, she was in an ecstatic state. So there was a link between mystical and psychic.
Mystical? Why is being ecstatic mystical?
Well, I have no experience of mystical experience myself.
So let me come to that.
Yep.
See, right now, Recently, some journalist is asking me, Sadhguru, if there's one achievement in your life, what is it? I said, tears. So, what do you mean by tears? I said, every day, millions of people, if they close their eyes, tears of ecstasy are washing their cheeks. This is the only achievement I have, rest is all circus. Rest is circus only in the world. You have to do circus to get people attracted to that process. So, being ecstatic happens if you stop creating unpleasantness within you. When I say unpleasantness, you sit here and think, oh, what is she doing? She's writing down, what's she doing? Will she get it right? I don't think she'll get it right. This is a genuine opinion. Does she understand what I'm talking? Is he okay? Is that this? I'm saying these 1,000 things are there. It's not even conscious. These things are multiplying into millions as you grow up. Now, all this muck which you think is your thought process and your emotions and your opinions, especially you're in a university full of opinions, okay? If with all these opinions, you can't see nothing clearly. To just keep down all the opinions that you have, it takes a lot of work. People are around me for 20, 30 years, same people. I don't have a single opinion about them. Only when it comes to work, I have to do something with them, then I have an opinion.